Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and it is Warrior Friday. Do you feel like a warrior? I don't. I was just wondering if somebody out there did. This past week has been very interesting. Here in the middle of Minnesota, we've had snow, sleet, rain, cloudy. On the weekend we had sunny, all the snow was melting, and then it was just like, here's more winter. And on top of that, the energies have been, we'll just say, interesting. We've not had super high spikes in the Schumann resonance. It feels like an absence. Excuse me. I was listening to somebody yesterday, and he put it so well. It's like the computer program that we're in is loading, 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 and we're stuck. And I was telling this to somebody yesterday, and she said, "Oh, the spinning wheel of death." And that got me thinking last night that, I used to work in the corporate world and in computers. And a lot of our computer technology terminology has to do with illness or death or negativity. We get viruses on our computer, and that's not a good thing. We have the blue screen of death, and we have the spinning wheel of death. And so there's all this AI technology that has all these negative terms with it. And hello, this is where some people want us as humanity to go, into this negative AI world where we're easily not just controlled, but hackable. So where am I going with all this? I don't know. I'm just rambling today because I'm talking about this past week that, it just feels like we're in, I don't want to say simulation because I don't know what's real and what's not. But we're in this program and it's loading, loading, loading. We're not in the last timeline, and we're not in the next timeline. We're in this intermediate space, this transition. And for me, I'm very, very sensitive. And so I have felt this all week. Like nothing's been happening all week. Althea, who's laying on the floor right here, she's been very whiny this week, more than usual. It's like I don't have any energy. This body hurts a little bit more than it usually does. Nothing seemed to go right. It's just been a really interesting week of just existing. This has not been the kind of week where you make big plans to do stuff. This is the kind of week where, I laid on the couch. I painted some. We're in the healing room right now, and I painted some over there. You can't see it. I just did the trim. It's really lavender. Anyway, it's just one of those weeks where, if you don't feel like doing anything, you don't do anything. And that's what we need to be doing, is paying attention to how we feel, how this body feels and how we feel. Remember, this isn't Barbara. Barbara is inside this human suit. And we need to take care of both of these. If the body is hungry, we feed it. If we're hungry for something for our soul, we need to feed it. If we're supposed to take a break and just sit on the couch and paint dragons, then that's what we're supposed to do. So it's been a very interesting week energy-wise. And, one of the things that we're supposed to do with that is, first of all, pay attention. But also, if your frequency is low, do what you can to raise it up. That means with sound, frequencies, play frequency music, high frequency music, play with crystals, high frequency crystals. Listen to good music that gets you up. Now, most modern music is tuned to 440 hertz, which is actually a disruptor for our cells. So if you listen to a lot of the modern music, that is actually disrupting the flow of energy in your body. Yeah, I hate to tell you, but I'm here to. That was Althea. She moved. She's right under the tripod. Thanks. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, music. Yeah, most modern music is in 440 instead of 432. 432 is actually working with nature. 440 is working against it, and it's actually creating a disconnect. Okay, so pay attention to the music that you listen to. That started in like the 50s. So when I say modern music, it's way back there. But listen to music that pumps you up, that makes you feel good. Not the kind of music that is putting down other people. Okay, that's not going to make you feel good. If that makes you feel good, that's feeding something other than your soul. Okay, it's feeding your ego or whatever's attached to you. Eating the right kinds of foods. Pay attention to what you guys eat. Because food has frequency. And yeah, pray over your food. Pray over your food. Remove all the poisons, toxins, chemicals, spells, curses, hexes, jinxes, manipulations, negative energies, energies of low frequency, attachments, low frequency emotions. Our water, if you think about our water gets processed through all these treatment facilities, and it's been used in various ways. And our water contains a lot of low frequency emotions. It contains death. It contains sorrow, anger, a lot of those. So remove that and replace it with love. So where I'm headed with all this stuff is love. We came here to experience a lot of things. I know I've been on like the accelerated path for balancing out lots of karma in many, many, many lives. I'm getting tired of it. I'm ready to just retire and say, okay, you know what? Enough of the karma stuff, because I'm tired. But we came here to experience those things and to fill those things with love. So whatever you have gone through, think about all the events you've gone through in your life. Think about all the people that you've met in your life. Think about all the events, all the everything, all the emotions. Maybe you want to write them down. Then look at them one by one and send that event love, and send that person love, and send that emotion love. Transmute all those low frequency things into love, because love is where we're headed. Love is very, very powerful. And love is what we're supposed to be transmuting into. As we raise up into higher dimensions, higher frequencies, higher realities, love is what gets us there. So, your heart can be filled with one of two things. It can be filled with fear, or it can be filled with love. Mine is filled with love, which is why weeks like this past one have been so incredibly hard for me, because I couldn't feel the love out there. It's like it was just beyond my reach. That's hard for me, because I am unconditional love. My heart is the size of Alaska, maybe bigger. And I like feeling that love energy field out there. And when it's not there, it's really hard for me. It's an absence. Now, if your heart is filled with fear, that means that is what you came here to deal with. That's your karma, or that's your mission, is to take that fear, let it go, and replace it with love. Love is way more powerful. Stop thinking that fear is the most powerful thing, because it's not. You know what fear is? That. Let it go. It's an emotion that has a frequency of like 4. Love, unconditional love, has a frequency of 880. And frankly, I would rather be in that 880 hertz field than a field of 4. So, my beautiful warriors of the light, whatever you have to do to get rid of all that fear and replace it and transmute it into love, that's what you need to do. And I can hear people saying, oh, but it's hard. Well, then you're making it hard. If you just let it go, stop clinging to it, it'll be easy. Tell yourself it's easy. Words have power. Words have power. Pay attention to what words you use with others and with yourself. Now, the other day I said, if you can't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? And I'm going to say it again. If you can't love yourself, how can you love someone else? Thank you, Althea. Maybe she's just giving me an affirmation of what I'm saying. So peel away those layers. You know, Shrek said we're like an onion. We have layers. Well, that's true. But let's peel away this layer of fear. And let's give it back to the universe. Give it back to God, Creator, Source, Spirit. Give it to your spirit guides. Ask them to help you. You're not here alone. You are not here alone. Talk to your spirit guides who live in the light. Talk to your ancestors or your children who live in the light. Talk to the elementals who live in the light. Talk to the unicorns and dragons who live in the light. Talk to the galactics. They work with the light. Talk to angels and archangels that work with the light. Talk to ascended masters. They're in the light. Come on. There's all these beings out there. All you have to do is say, please help me. Help me transmute my fears into love. Because once we do that, we've made it. And if everybody on this planet would do that, this whole planet would ascend like that. Actually, we don't need everybody to do it. We only need a small percentage. But I'm putting it out there. If my followers would transmute their fears into love, the world would be a better place. Yes, you can keep some darkness because that's part of who we are. But what we've had in the past is that polarity, the dark and the light. And we just need to blend them together and know that they're both a part of us and fill both sides with love. If this is dark and this is light, we're going to fill the whole thing with love. That's my message for today. I don't think I have anything else. And I'm not going to do a card because I've already talked long enough. But if you can just, in your way, add more love to the world will be a better place. And we already know that love wins. So let's just do our part and fill the world with more love. Surround the world with love. That's why we came here. All right. I am sending you blessings of love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things. because you are worthy and you deserve it all.